Yeah, what's up, YouTube? It's the Deuce back again. Sorry, this is a little late. This video. It's going to be my review of Night 2 of WrestleMania. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. Sorry, computer's being weird. But I'm just going to keep this short. Just give quick thoughts and my ratings for each match. Just been so busy with work the last couple days and just so burnt out from a weekend of wrestling. So, yeah, all right, just get to this. So, night 1 was phenomenal. Night 2, it was good. I'd say it was more fun than it was anything, but it was still very enjoyable. Started with a triple threat tag team match for the Raw tag team titles. Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits versus RKBro, who were defending. Very good match to open. Riddle hit like a springboard RKO, which is pretty sick on Montez Ford, I think it was. Really good match. I enjoyed it. Orton and Riddle retained. Crowd was into it. 3.5 stars. Solid tag team triple threat match. Bobby Lashley versus Omos. This match was the fucking shits. I give it a 1.5. Just being nice. Lashley got the win too, which was surprising with a spear. But yeah, 1.5. Not very good. Anything goes. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. I was laughing my ass off the whole entire time and the entire match. This was fucking hilarious. It was very entertaining, and people, wrestling purists, it's entertainment also. Like, yeah, I love solid quality pro wrestling, but entertainment is a big part of it too. It's sports entertainment, and oh my god, this fucking hilarious. Knoxville had some of his buddies at ringside. I don't know any of the new guys other than Jeff Tremay, like one of the creators of Jackass or the producers. But I didn't know who those black dudes were. And then Wee Man came out from under the ring. Pontius made an appearance. He was dancing in his thong. It was more like, wasn't exactly like the thong he usually wore on like Wild Boys and all that shit, Jackass, but it was still like not PG. And I was almost expecting Steve-O to come out at some point, but I bet his schedule was conflicting. But Wee Man power slam Sami Zayn. That he got a huge pop. The crowd was loving it, honestly. Knoxville had a bunch of hijinks. He broke out a table with a bunch of mouse traps on it, and then a giant mouse trap, which is what got Sami in the end. They put him down in it, and like giant mouse trap, slammed shut, pinned him 1, 2, 3. Very entertaining. Johnny Knoxville, I always love those Jackass guys, and props to him for putting on a quality showing for celebrity. 3.5 stars. Fatal 4-way tag team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Shayna and Natalya versus Rhea and Liv versus Naomi and Sasha against the champions Carmella and Zelina. This was alright. It had 2 3/4 stars. It picked up towards the end, fast paced. I kind of predicted Sasha and Naomi to win. Sasha finally gets a win at WrestleMania. You could tell she was emotional. I love how much she loves the business. She's probably my favorite women's wrestler now, and she's just awesome. She's bad as fuck. She can wrestle. She can talk on the mic. She's very attractive. Yeah, and you can tell she's passionate about this business. But Naomi deserves that too. So that's yeah, good tag team. Fatal 4-way match. New champions. 2 3/4 stars. And we had AJ Styles versus Edge. This match wasn't exactly the barn burner I thought it was going to be, or what most everyone thought. But if you gave us this match like 10 years ago, even 5 maybe. Now I'd say probably 10 years ago. It probably would have been much better, more fast paced, tore it down. But I'm not saying it wasn't a bad match at all. It was just slow, like old school, like technical, methodical, working on body parts. No flashy shit. Just a quality. It was a quality wrestling match. I thought it'd be a little better, but I give it 3.5 stars. Honestly, I really enjoyed this. It was a quality match between these two. And Edge won, but Damian Priest came out and caused a distraction. AJ went for the phenomenal forearm, got speared in midair. So Edge apparently is starting his own stable. And then on Raw, he gave an explanation. Damian Priest came out, so anxious to see who else joins it. I've heard some rumblings Rhea Ripley might join, so we'll see. So yeah, that was really solid match. 3.5 stars. New Day versus Kofi and Xavier versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland. star and a half, and that's being kind. It was better, but there wasn't a lot of time on it at all. I'm happy Ridge and Sheamus got the win, but yeah, we could have done without this match, honestly. And then Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee. This was fucking very entertaining. Pat McAfee is awesome. Like, dude was living the dream. Pulled off a nice superplex, leaped on the top rope. Some of basically the shit he did against Adam Cole, but when he had a match. But oh my god, dude, this was very entertaining. McAfee got the win too, and then Stone Cold came out to celebrate, and he ended up Vince came out, wanted to Vince came out with Austin Theory. McAfee won. Vince looked like he wanted to fight after. He took his jacket off. Man, like, he's still kind of jacked for a guy at 76-year-old, but skin starting to sag, and man. So Vince, a couple clotheslines in Austin Theory, I think, helped a little. Vince got the win. He punted a football into McAfee's ribs after he was spent after his match. So 1, 2, 3. Vince got a little win, and then Stone Cold came out again. I should have expected to come out the second night, but he came out, stunned Austin Theory, stunned Vince, which was the worst stunner I've ever seen. I feel like Vince has never really sold the stunner well, but Austin kicked him in the gut. Vince stumbled back a little, looked like he fell. Austin almost had to pick him up and bring him back. Vince went against the ropes. He brought him back and still looked kind of awkward when he stunned him. But then he ended up sharing beers with Pat McAfee, and he stunned him, and Pat sold that fucking well. He kind of just slowly went down in a mouthful of beer. Very entertaining. McAfee's fucking gold. Dude was living it up, had great support from the crowd. 3 stars. This was very, very solid. Very enjoyable. Yeah, Vince versus Pat McAfee gave it a dud. The main event, title for title, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. The biggest match no, was not the biggest match. Very underwhelming. Apparently Roman might have hurt his shoulder. Who knows? I kind of hope it's legit, not because he will be hurt, but because he'll be forced to give up the title and be out. Apparently he's going to make an announcement on SmackDown. People waited all night on Raw to hear what he had to say, and just basically to talk for 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll see you find out Thursday or whatever, Friday. This match, it was pretty much what I thought it'd be. Underwhelming, like these doing the same moves over and over. Roman hit like a few Superman punches, a few German suplexes by Brock, an F5, a couple spears, and the second spear finished Brock off then, so Roman won both titles. Joke of a main event, honestly. I gave it 2.5 stars because it really wasn't. I could have given it 2 stars, but the fact that it was, what it was. Well, a big yawn for that. I didn't really enjoy it that much, and it was predictable. And I almost was expecting The Rock to come out to possibly set up a match with Roman next year to come out then, but he didn't. So, night 2, I gave night 1 an 8 out of 10. Night 2, I wanted to give it a 6.5 out of 10, but I bumped it up to a 7 just because there were more enjoyable, and funny moments than there were bad stuff. So, just the main event, it's pretty fucking predictable. Yeah, so, and Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania, the best part of the show was the opening segment with Cody. He cut a phenomenal promo. I don't think that was scripted. He was legit emotional, talking about basically how he wanted to honor his legacy of his dad, of Dusty, and become WWE champion. Said, even though I can't hand this title to him in person, I could, certainly carry it on to pass this through our legacy or whatever. So, yeah. That was the best part of the show. Everything else was Elias returned with saying he's Elias's younger brother, now Ezekiel, clean shave. The crowd didn't know what the fuck, didn't have a clue who he was coming out. I don't blame him. I didn't either until they showed a close-up of his face. But no Ciampa call-up, no Braun Breaker had a match again against Dolph Ziggler for the NXT title, and Braun won. Kind of disappointed. I thought Dolph was going to have a little reign, but I guess he's the guy going forward, so. Dolph wasn't on NXT last night either, so I'm anxious to see what's next for him. But so Braun, they had that to get more eyes on the product. He got a nice, roundable. He got a nice pop, I guess, when he won. But there was no debut, no returns, no nothing. Pretty disappointing, honestly. I didn't even stay around. I didn't even watch the rest of the show, like the Roman shit and whatever happened before, because it was just awful. But Cody being back is great. I'm really looking forward to seeing what goes on with him and Seth next. Seth came out, they shook hands actually, and Seth left. So That was the beginning of the show. But yeah, other than that, WrestleMania weekend overall, I really enjoyed this WrestleMania. This was one of the best WrestleManias in a long time. Is in recent memory, in my opinion. Overall, I give it like an 8.5 out of 10. Just solid. And night one was awesome. The return of Cody Rhodes, one of the best returns, not only in WrestleMania history, in WWE history. It might have been the best return in WrestleMania history, but yeah, it was just a really enjoyable WrestleMania. Stand and Deliver, I enjoyed. Night one was great, and even night two. Yeah, it was great. Seeing Stone Cold back again, wrestle again, even though it was a Holden Holds Barred match and all whatever. Just great, man. It was a great weekend for wrestling fans, and just a disappointing Raw after WrestleMania. You know, MVP turned on Lashley. That was kind of interesting. He's in me Omos's mouthpiece, which was, yeah, that makes sense to me. Omos needs some fucking help because he can't talk for shit. So that was cool, I guess. But yeah, I don't understand why Ciampa maybe they didn't call up Ciampa, and then Edge had a nice promo talking about Damian Priest aligning with him and stuff, and he was insulting the crowd, which was great, calling them sheep and losers. So yeah, good show. WrestleMania, very good WrestleMania. 8.5 out of 10 overall. Just really enjoyable. Night one was great. Night two was very good, and it was a lot of fun. That Jackass match, I laughed my ass off the whole fucking time. That was great. So yeah, gotta give the celebrities credit, man. Knoxville, Logan Paul, and Pat McAfee, they all did good jobs. They really did a good job because they all seem to actually care about the business too. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of night two of WrestleMania and Monday after Raw after. No, peace.